Right, good evening, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Astro in Abu Dhabi. Thank you all so much for joining in all the different languages. Hello, welcome. Guys, if you're new on the channel, please make sure you're following me. Um, Remember, this session is purely to discuss the general forecast for all sun, moon, and ascendant signs for the month of October. But before we go into the actual session, we'll give it at least 5 more minutes for people to join in, because then I'm going to get a lot of people saying, Abi, I missed my sign, please repeat. So please share this live, guys. If you know of anybody who has forgotten about it and has spoken about it, or if you know of anybody that would benefit from an insight for the month of October, please share it. For those of you that have joined my live the previous day, I thank you very much for joining in. Most of you never knew what I do. I'm glad that you joined in, and now that you can understand very briefly of what it is that I do. But nevertheless, as time goes on, you'll understand. But I thank you for your positive feedback, especially on WhatsApp, on the live, and also on my inbox on TikTok. Fundamentally, the best feedback one can receive is, Abi, I enjoy your videos and they make a lot of sense and it has helped me. I don't think there's anything greater than that, personally. Liana, I am good. Namaste, Anissa Aberdeen. Anissa Aberdeen, did you go to Palmcroft Primary? Mel R, you are Sun Aquarius. Okay, thank you. You are Sun Aquarius. Namaste, Sashi Dredden. So your sun sign is Aquarius. Right? Guys, I'm not doing readings for anybody on live. I am doing the general forecast for all sun, moon, and ascendant signs from Aries right up until Pisces. I'm just waiting for more people to join in. Once we have more people joining in, then I will start. Hello, Cheryl Naika. Namaste to you. I'm good. Lorraine, hello. Hello, Bhavna. Manita, thank you so much for coming in to moderate. I appreciate you. Hello, Kimmy. So what is astrology, guys? If some of you are confused about your sun sign, just hold on for me, guys. So yeah, guys, if you are confused, if you don't know what astrology is, let me tell you. So if I have to take a snapshot of the skies at the time that you were born, at that moment you were born, if I have to take a snapshot of the skies, where the planets were at that moment, that becomes your birth print. And as the planets, they transit, they impact different areas of your life. Fundamentally, thank you, Yuri. May your pockets always be full. Thank you for your gifting. So as the planets transit, so every planet gives off a different energy. They all have their own dharma. Asha, A5. I learn something new every day for you. Oh, Jai Shri Ram. Queen, welcome. Yuri, welcome. So that is astrology, guys. Whether you believe in it or not, fundamentally, that's what it is. So every planet, they have their own dharma. Dharma means duty. Right, just like the duty of the sun, you will never find the sun giving rain. I've never seen 37 years of my existence, going on 38, I've never seen the sun giving rain. The sun's duty is always to give light and heat, according to my experience. So I've never seen the sun giving rain. Similar to this year, you've got the different planets. They will only give off that which their duty is. And when you go deep into astrology, you can understand the dharma of every planet, or the duty of every planet in terms of the energy that they give off. Now, as I said in the beginning, if I have to take a snapshot of the skies at that moment that you were born, that's your birth print. As the planets at that moment, when they start transiting once you're born, they impact different houses or areas of your life. Now, each planet, as I said, they have a different kind of energy that they give off, depending where the planets are, depending the sign that they're in or house it impacts your house or your area of life. Fundamentally, this is why you would feel a certain way on a given day. This is why sometimes you may do something, it may never work out, but another day it works out. But this goes actually a bit more deeper. It all depends on the quality of your work you're doing. So it's actually very deep, but you get the drift. So that's what it is. Now, for those of you that have joined in my session on YouTube, also the guys on YouTube who've joined in, welcome. This will be a recorded session. Bhavika, Haribol, and welcome. Is Akhil joining the live, Bhavi? Okay, good. Right, good stuff. So now that we understand, we have a brief understanding about planets and the energy that they give off, I think it's safe enough to proceed. Now, if you look at the zodiac wheel, you've always got Aries that starts off first, which is the first sign, and then you've got the 12th house, which is Pisces. Avi, namaste and welcome to the live. Remember, good people, I'm doing the general forecast for all sun, moon, and ascendant signs for the month of October. So please wait patiently for your sun sign. It's going in that order: Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. In that order, right? So I think we've waited long enough now. If whoever joins in, they join in. I'm just gonna proceed, guys. So we're gonna start off with the first sign. Namaste, Sharina, welcome, which is Aries. Now, guys, if you are Aries, sun, moon, or ascendant sign Aries, you must understand this much, that over the last 1.5 years, you've been going through Saturn in the 12th house. Jai Shri Ram. Welcome. Saturn in the 12th house is a period of consequence. It's the most difficult time a person can go through. Why? Because that which you put out is coming back to you, whether it's positive or negative. A lot of people, when they have Saturn in the 12th house, it's not the peak of the karma. Susan, Vanakam, Namaste, welcome. Yegan, good evening, welcome, Baya. It's not the peak. That 2.5 years is the rising stage. So to best describe this here, you've got somebody knocking on your door, and then you open the door, and then you see the person there giving you a speeding ticket. So you become aware that you've been speeding. So that's what you are going through in the first 2.5 years. From 2023 March till now, you are going through the awareness of what you were doing. Just the awareness. So you haven't paid for the ticket yet. You will pay for the ticket when Saturn moves into your first house, which is a peak. Guys, do you understand this? Aries, do you understand what's happening? Pisces have already been through this. Aquarians have already been through this. So the Aries now, you've got Saturn in the 12th house. So this is an awareness period where you become aware My marriage is not right. My partner hasn't been right for me. My job is not right for me, and I need to do something about it. And guys, during this time here, if you don't do anything about it, Saturn does it for you. A lot of people go through the biggest breakups in Saturn in the 12th house. They end up with the biggest kind of, or the most difficult kind of sicknesses, which is very difficult to Keegan Naika. Thank you very much, Baya, for your gifting. May your pockets always remain full. It's such a difficult time. Tanisha, welcome. It's nice to see you on the live. I hope your husband has joined in as well. No, I don't think he would. So, guys, you must understand something, that what you put out is what you get. Everybody knows this, but nobody knows when you're gonna get it. Everybody, even health, during this time here, Kimon, if you eat wrong, you'll end up in the hospital. All the time you could have been eating whatever it is you were eating, nothing would have happened to you. Boom, now something happens to you, go to hospital. Because Saturn governs hospitals, Saturn governs courts, Saturn governs jails, Saturn governs asylums, mental rehab. Catherine, thank you very much. May your pockets always remain full. So Saturn governs this, guys, but Saturn doesn't take you there. You did that, what you have done, there's a consequence of it. So Saturn is the planet that brings about the consequence to you. Saturn doesn't give you bad stuff, guys. And I know a lot of Hindu people, you are scared of Saturn because they explained it to you. Radhika, namaste and welcome. Bullshit. Saturn doesn't give you negative stuff. You put out the karma there, you get that in return. Michelle, thank you very much for your gifting. What you put in is what you get out. So all the time, you could have been drinking and driving. Nothing would have happened to you. But during Saturn in the 12th house, Saturn in the first house, boom, you get caught for drinking and driving and they put you in jail. Saturn governs jail, Saturn governs court. You end up in going to court. Now the lesson is, I shall not drink and drive. That's how you work with Saturn. Saturn never take you there. Saturn never put you in trouble. Veronica, namaste and welcome. Guys, are you all understanding the planet of Saturn? Betty Mahadev, namaste and welcome. I'm a Saturn specialist. I spent 18 years understanding the works of Saturn, purely Saturn. Catherine, thank you so much for gifting me. Your pockets always remain full. You're confused whether you fall under Aries or you're a cusp, Mama. You got a lot of Aries energy in you, but you've got the Taurine in you. The Taurine in you, every time you get stuff. No, I'm just joking, Tanisha. I'll talk to you out of the live. I got your chart, right? So you must look at it like this, good people. Saturn is not a planet for you to be scared of. Guys, we're going to go to Virgo. I'll go to Virgo just now, Yagan. I'm just doing Aries first, right? Saturn is not a planet for you to be scared of. I love Saturn because Saturn is the teacher. How will you know what relationship you need to get onto if you haven't been through all your exes? You must bow down to your exes because they taught you how to expect certain things and what not to expect, isn't it? Saturn is that all your experiences you go through. Every cause has an effect. So what's happening for Aries in the month of October? Sun is in Libran energy, getting ready to move into Scorpio energy from the 22nd of October. We've got Saturn still retrograde. Guys, there's certain things I'm going to talk about. It might sound Chinese to you. Ignore the terms that I use, but I will explain it, right? Don't crack your head if you don't understand the terms I'm using. I will explain it in a comprehensible way, right? So don't get information overloaded. So you've got Pluto retrograding from May 4th to October 13th. Boom. Pluto goes direct on the 13th of October, which is beautiful, right? Betty, I'm doing your sign, Betty. Jupiter is going to go retrograde on the 11th of November in the sign of Cancer. Neptune retrograding from the 4th of July till 22nd of October. So Neptune goes direct this month. Wonderful for you, Aries. Uranus is currently retrograding still in the sign of Gemini. Mercury is retrograding on the 9th of November. So we don't need to worry about this. Mercury is direct this month. We've got Saturn that's still retrograding, but in the sign of Aries. So guys, you must understand this. Aries, Saturn has been retrograding in your 12th house, but now it's retrograding in your first house. A lot of you will be going through health and relationship trouble. or concern. It's not that the planets have brought this to you. All the time you've been ignoring the certain things in your relationship and your health. Now it'll come to you, become aware of it. So if you've been eating anything that hasn't been working well for you and nothing happened to you, now it can reach its peak where you can end up in hospital. Your relationship, if you or your partner have been sweeping all the things that you've been going through in your relationship, sweeping it under the rug just to sleep peacefully and go to work the next day, guess what? During this time here, it can be brought to the front and it can get heightened where you have to deal with it. Yajna, thank you very, very much for, Keegan, thank you very, very much for your gifting. May your pockets remain full. Namaste, Yajna, and welcome. So this is the period that you're going through. By the way, Keegan, naturally you would have been a person gravitating more towards the Aries if you are Sun Virgo, right? But we will get to your sign just now. So you are going through a period of consequence, Aries. This is not an easy time. This is not a time for you to be taking chances. This is not a time for you to be going and gambling. I can tell you right now that the probability of you losing your money by playing a game of chance is very high. This is not the time to be drinking and driving. This is not the time to be taking risks on the road. This is not the time to be taking anything, putting in your body. The probability of something going wrong in the body is very high. Aries, Sun, Virgo, Moon, Leo, rising. Beautiful. I picked that Aries energy in you, man. So this is good for you. You'll understand what I'm saying, bye. This is not a risk-taking time for you, Aries. This is the time for you to pay attention to your mind. If your mind is going all over the place and you can't pay attention to it because it's driving you insane, then you can always talk to me outside this live. You can book a session with me. Or what you can do is start meditating. Once you silence the mind, then you'll be able to listen to your higher self. You can never listen to your higher self if your mind is playing different frequencies or different tunes in your head. What happened last year? What's going to happen next year? Those things don't exist. It's very difficult, guys. All the Pisces have went through this. They know this. Now, Aries, it's your turn. A lot of you, if you are in a relationship and you are bluffing yourself, this is Mr. Mudli. Welcome, Bhaiya. Nice to see you on the live. We're currently doing Aries. So, is it a good month for you guys financially? Aries, it's a decent month for you guys financially, but Jupiter does go retrograde. And which sign it goes retrograde? So you've got Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Gemini, Cancer, your 4th house. This is not, you could go through difficulties when it comes to your home, right? Some of you probably are trying to purchase a home or whatever. You could have delays and frustration. Something, you could have things breaking in the home, which will annoy the living daylights out of you. Even in your career, you could have delays and frustration in your career. But on the positive, this is a beautiful period for you to be honest with yourself. Once again, thank you, Keegan, for your gifting. May your pockets remain full. This is a beautiful time for you to be patient and calm. When the tide is like this, on the left-hand side it's rocky, on the right-hand side is rocky. Which side do you steer? The waves are very high. The sea is very rough. If you steer on the left, you steer on the right. Either way, you're going to tip over. This is not a time for you to be doing anything. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Aries. Remember, guys, this is a general forecast for you. This is not set in stone. I don't have your personal chart in front of me. This is just the energy that I'm picking up here. This is not a month for you to be steering in any direction. It's just a month for you to just be. And when you just be, you become aware of what's happening. When you're focused on doing something this month here, you could potentially lose the awareness of great light bulb moments during this month. So this is a month of great light bulb moments, and I'll tell you which houses it'll impact. It'll happen in your 2nd house of earned income. So a lot of you will have an eye opener when it comes to finances, which could be a very good month for you financially. And also in terms of your career, some of you are moving abroad, some of you could be moving locations, or some of you might be changing jobs and moving far away from your home. There's a promotion happening for a lot of you here. Or it could just be a busy month for you and you can get remunerated very handsomely. But fundamentally, guys, your health and your relationships, your Kendra houses are impacted. Your body, your relationship, your home, and your career is impacted here. So I don't think you should be taking any chances, right, this month. I'm not going to go too much into Aries, right? I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to move into Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs, Taurians. Betty Mahadio, thank you for your positive comment. Let's go on to Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Taurians. Now, Taurians, look carefully at what if you've got family members who are Aries, if you've got friends who are Aries, look closely what they are going through, because you're going to be going through your Saturn in the 12th house very soon. So it's a growing up period for you. A lot of you will have health issues. I mean, 12th house impact here, aspecting the 6th house. So guys, you all know, if you follow me for a while, you know 6th house is always the health. 12th house is always that which you have been fearing. A lot of you are starting to grow up now. You are going to go through issues in your career. You're going to go through issues in your health. Relationships should be okay now. A lot of you are going through an introspection, retrospection. Some of you have ended relationships and are seeing where you have, well, I won't say wrong, there's no right or wrong, but what development areas you have. Where's the accountability from you? It's very difficult for most of you to take accountability for everything that you think, speak, and do. It's very difficult for you to say, I'm sorry. It's just a very difficult thing, because when you're sorry, you like to show it in a physical way. But verbally, it's very difficult. So most of you will obviously have challenges when it comes to relationships in being more open from a communicative way. That's just how it is. So if you have had a relationship trauma that you underwent or undergoing, this is something that you need to work on. Most of the people will walk away from you because you are not communicative enough. And most of the time, it's not genuine. You must be able to feel. You see, your biggest development area in this life is to open yourself to the art of being empathetic. Ask the Piscean people, they know this. The Aquarian people, the Cancerian people, they know this. It comes naturally to these people. That's why most of you, Tanisha, you got an Aquarian for your partner in it. Most of you end up with partners because you attract them because you see something in them that they can help you develop in. Now, how will October behave for you, the energy that's coming through? I mean, you've got 6th house and 7th house activity, 6th house from a sun perspective. Saturn is still retrograding in your 11th house, 10th house, 9th house, aspecting your 3rd house. So travel, a lot of you are thinking of travel. A lot of you will be traveling this month. A lot of you want to travel. Some of you would have lost your jobs. Some of you are waiting for feedback from a recruiter that you have went to. And some of you has just been feeling very dull and dry out in terms of an energetic point, from a physical point, mental point, and definitely a pranic and energetic point. That's the difficulties. What is the positivity on this? A lot of you who are looking to start a family, a lot of you who are thinking of having children, ideally, this could be a month for you where you could get some good news. Guys, remember, this is a general report. I'm not looking at your partner's date of birth, your date of birth, and matching energies here, but generally the planets where they are. Now remember, Jupiter is going to retrograde in your 3rd house from 11th November, which is next month. So whoever is traveling, make sure your travel arrangements are before 11th of November and anytime after the 10th of March. Because if you are traveling, you're going to have a lot of issues in terms of delays and frustrations. So make sure, Taurians, that if you are traveling, all your travel arrangements are made before the 11th of November. From a financial position, Taurians, whoever owes you any money, but then again, Taurians generally don't lend anybody money in a hurry. Taurians are very good in holding on to money. But if anybody owes you money, there's a good chance of it that they'll pay you. A lot of you will be focusing a lot on your health right now. A lot of you will be focusing a lot on your relationship. A lot of you might feel more attached to your partner, or you might reach out to somebody who you've never gotten over from. A lot of you will be thinking of trying to take your relationship to the next level. A lot of you might receive news that you are pregnant or your partner is pregnant. A lot of you might even adopt an animal during this time here. Or if you are single, this is a good time for you because it seems that you are the center of attention, either from somebody from the past or somebody new. I mean, Jupiter and Venus are your ruling planets. Both planets are in very good dignity right now, and the Sun is moving very closely in your 7th house. A lot of you are thinking about marriage this time, if you are not married. A lot of you will be thinking about a significant other this time. This is a perfect month towards the end of October to seal the deal. Namaste and welcome. To try and take your relationship to the next level. Look guys, when it comes to health, Joe, welcome. I don't like to go too deep into the health part of it because it's a very sensitive topic. Cindy, nice to see you on the live, Mama. Charlene, welcome, namaste. Because I'll tell you guys now, namaste, Zoe. Generally, you guys will suffer from ears, nose, and throat problems, laryngitis. But this time here, happy user, welcome. It's more or less ears, nose, and throat, also your spine and stomach. These are the areas that you could have issues with, right? Stomach definitely, yes. Arvind Singh, namaste and welcome. So, is the energy positive, more positive or negative for you? Well, they are favoring the part of relationship, children for you. In terms of career, look, you are Len Q. Nice to have you on the live. Molly Pillay, welcome. I'm currently Susan on Taurus. I'm going on to Gemini next. Because you've got Saturn getting ready to enter your 12th house, Taurians, you're going through a growing up period. If you don't like the career that you're in, if you don't do something about it, Saturn will do something for you. It's just going to get more tough in the career side, right? You got to be honest to yourself. Are you passionate? Guys, listen up. Most of you don't know where your passion is. And I'll tell you why. Because you're not in the moment. You are doing something now, but your mind is thinking about what you need to do next. How will you find the beauty in what you're doing now? Therefore, this is an ongoing thing. So, Taurians, you will learn this. You will learn how to find what you're passionate with the hard way, or you can learn it the easy way. And the easy way is meditate and ask yourself, what am I passionate about? And if you don't know, then find out. Do different things. So please make sure, guys, that during this month here, you need to make sure that you definitely focus on finding your passion, because with the Saturn transit in your 12th house very soon, you're going to go through this period where it can be very difficult. All right. Now, let's move on to the sign governed by Mercury. So your ruling planet is direct Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs Mercury. So here you've got activity sitting in your 5th house and 6th house. You've got the Sun lighting up your 5th house, aspecting your 11th house of higher hopes, wishes, and dream, shining a light on the 5th house, and you are the 3rd sign anyways. 3rd sign aspect in the 9th sign, governed by Mercury. Your ruling planet is direct, which is very good. Your ruling planet will go retrograde very soon, but in the month of October, it could be one of your best months this year. Now with Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs Gemini, this is a month where you could find a lot of peace in your relationships, a lot of peace in your marriage. A lot of you will be focusing a lot on the health. A lot of you would be signing up in the gym. A lot of you would be changing your diets. A lot of you will be relooking what you eat, what you put in your stomach. Aspect in the 12th house. It somehow seems that a lot of you are also trying to travel, wanting to travel, or interprovincial travel, abroad travel, or this could also mean traveling in a space of thought where you are looking back at time and relooking at everything in terms of what you have been doing from a relationship perspective, and definitely what you've been doing from a career perspective. What you have been doing, has it been good for you or not? Only you would know that. What's good for you, what's bad for you, that's your dimension of perception. It's not a fact. So only you would know what's good for you and what's not good for you. And this is a time where you'll be asking yourself, what have I done about it? Now, this is a very, very important month for you guys, because there was a retrograde period where your ruling planet was retrograding, and June, July, and August would have been a very difficult time for you. We've just come out from a lunar and solar eclipse. Financially, this could be a better month for you. For those of you that are single and looking to form new relationships, this could be a month for you. For those of you that are looking to start a family, this goes with the cusps, Taurus and Geminis, or Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Geminis. A lot of you that are thinking about starting a family, this could be a very good month for you. This is a month where if you're thinking about opening a business, guys, remember this is a general report for you. It's not pertaining to your date of birth. We got to look at where your planets are in your natal chart. Natal chart is your birth chart, or Kundli in Vedic astrology. But generally, from the planets where they are, the sky is in direct correlation to your chakras within you. This is a good month for you to relook at your creative skills. This is a good month for you to sign up on any subject that you would like to study on. This is a good month for you to start up something and be very creative and allow it to generate some income for you. Because you guys, most of you would have also went through the most difficult relationship struggles this year. Aries, Pisces, Geminis. Definitely Geminis as well. Some of you are still in that relationship, you're still scratching your heads. And a lot of you who's in this situation here, you could have that breaking moment this month where you would know what to do, either to stay or not to stay. But in most cases, I'm seeing you staying for a lot of you. From a financial perspective, I think it's a better month for you guys compared to the last 4 months. From a health perspective, definitely a good month for you guys. I mean, we've got Neptune going direct. We've got Pluto going direct. So these two planets, they significantly impact you, and just like any other sign. Even though they are planets far away from us, they are transformational planets. So you guys are going through a transformational period also, just like the Pisces, Aries, and Taurians. So the first 4 signs will feel it the most. Why? Because Saturn is very close to you guys. Is this a good month for you guys to make any commitment with regards to relationships? It all depends on your natal chart, but from a general perspective, where the planets are very supportive overall in the first house, 4th house, 7th house, and 10th house, which is your Kendra houses, which is the house of self, aspect in the 7th house of marriage, relationship, business, partnerships, looking left at the 4th house of home, family, roots, directly opposite the 10th house of career, honors, prestige, and awards. Now we're going to move on to the 4th sign governed by the moon, the feminine, Cancerians. But just give me a minute. before I continue with the sun, moon, and ascendant signs, Cancerians, guys, if you're on my channel, please make sure you are following me. When I go live again, you will get a notification. Please follow me, guys. Now, as I said, guys, Cancerians, thank you guys for who has followed me already, and for who's currently following me, thank you, and who's going to follow me in advance, thank you very much. So, Cancerians, you are governed by the moon. The moon is a feminine force. You've got the sun, which is the masculine. You've got the moon, which is the feminine. You've got the sun, which is the Pingala, and you've got the moon, which is the Inda. You've got the Is and the Ra in Christianity. You've got the feminine and masculine, the Shiv, the Shakti, the electric force and the magnetic force. Everything is energy, guys. Now, what does the moon govern? The moon governs your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, the water content in your body, depending on your state of consciousness. The moon takes 2.5 days to move from one sign to the next. That's why every 28 days, you will get a new moon, because it transits the 12 zodiacs. Guys, I'm not going to go too deep into this, but fundamentally, depending on your state of consciousness, the moon heightens that way it sits in your sign. So if you are feeling lousy during a new moon or a full moon, you'll feel more lousy. Or if you're in a happy period, you'll feel more ecstatic, because the moon raises the water content in your body. 70% water, you think it cannot raise. If the moon is lifting so much of water in the sea, imagine what it's doing in your body. And energy moves through water in your body. If you didn't know, now you know. That's why you'll see Cancerians, emotions. You are very emotional beings, more than other signs, Pisces, Cancerians. But the flip side to it is, what emotions do you carry? Is it on the masculine side where it's positive, or on the feminine side which is negative? The polarities, the electric and magnetic charge. The sun gives you energy and the moon takes away energy. This is the yin and yang. In Chinese astrology, you've got the dragon's head and the tail. It's the same thing, guys. So what's happening with you, Cancerians? This could be a breakthrough period for you from July this year right up until next year, June. You've got Jupiter in your first house, aspecting your Kendra houses, your 7th house, 4th house, 10th house. A lot of you will be buying new homes. A lot of you already bought new homes. You're buying new vehicles. You're changing jobs. You're opening up businesses. Think about it like this. The last time you went through an emerald year was 12 years ago. A lot of you, last time you went through this was 12 years ago, where Jupiter was sitting in your first house, an emerald year. You only get this once every 12 years. So this could be potentially your best year. But obviously, if you've been rollerblading at work and skateboarding at work, obviously you'll get nothing. Right? It all depends on your karma. But the planet's Jupiter expands where it sits. So if you've been a skateboarder, then you can get promoted to be a skateboarder at work. They chuck you out. Like, I'm just joking, guys, but you get my drift. Michelle, thank you very much for your gifting. May your pockets always remain full. So, first house, 7th, a lot of you will be going into marriage. A lot of you are changing locations. A lot of you are changing jobs. You're buying homes. You're buying vehicles. Financially, this could be a good period for you, not just October. But do remember, guys, as I said earlier on, Jupiter is retrograding in November. So October is still a very good month for you guys. But you see what happened here with this whole lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, and new moon, no moon eclipse that happened, Amavasya, that happened in September. Now, this happened in your 3rd house, aspecting your 9th house. A lot of you would have been going through communication problems with either your bosses or definitely a relationship or a partner. Rajini, welcome, Mama. Welcome you to Astro Inutabi. Guys, if you are on my channel, this is not a religious channel. This is a spiritual channel. We are all particle of supreme consciousness, droplets of water going back to cosmic ocean, right? So, as I was saying, a lot of you would have been going through a period where in the last 3.5 weeks, currently to now, where the communication, it would have started 3.5 weeks ago, where the communication between you and a partner or you and a boss or you and somebody would have went south, which have made things very difficult. A lot of you would have been going through Om Sai Ram, Natasha, welcome. A lot of you would be going through a kind of a breakup or a distance period, or your boss is not talking to you, or you're not talking to your boss, or somebody at work is not talking to you. You're just not talking to anybody because you're miserable where you are. But I'm seeing you guys coming out of this in the month of October. It somehow seems that you have found an answer as to what you want to do. Most of you would decide to stay where you are at work and in your relationship. A lot of you would have started new relationships this year. You would have went through a breakup in 2023 March, and that breakup would have continued to 2024, but you would have found somebody towards the end of 24 and you would have went through a problem now. Namaste Donovan and welcome. Financially, this could be a very good month for you. A lot of you would have picked up bonuses or increases in the last 2 weeks, or some kind of tap on the back with something financially to make you happy. So October is a very decent month for you financially. From a relationship perspective, it is a much more better month for you. You're coming out of the tears period. You're coming out of that confusion, dissatisfaction, the health. It somehow seems a lot of you are concerned about something which have erupted over the last couple of months, probably like 3 to 6 months ago. Especially when we had that Mercury retrograde as well. A lot of you are visiting the doctors. Some of you are going to hospital. I'm seeing a lot of you coming out of this quite positively. Cubs, namaste and welcome. Sunshine, welcome. Is it a karmic period for you? Every moment is a karmic period for all of us. As we sow, so shall we reap. But sometimes quickly we reap, sometimes slowly. So this is a very slow karmic period for you Cancerians. Your reaping hasn't started now. The ones who are Aquarius, Pisces, Taurians, you could say so. So in most cases, the first house, 7th house, 4th house, 10th house, I'm seeing it quite positive. Noli, namaste, Jai Shri Ram and welcome. Congratulations on your recent happy news. Now let's move on to the sign governed by the Sun, Leos. 61808. Namaste and welcome to the live. Guys, please make sure you're following me. Shamaine, Governor, welcome. Please follow me. When I go live again, you will get a notification. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs Leo. Oh, yes, you're in time, Nully. Is Akash listening to this? Is Akash listening to this live? So, Leo, guys, you guys are governed by the sun. If you listen to what I said about the Cancerians, they were governed by the moon. You are governed by the sun. So you're governed by the masculine energy. Therefore, for you guys, it's very easy for you to just walk into a room and want to command attention. It comes naturally to you that you want to be center of attention, that you want to be heard. And you guys would generally, you can nitpick for the most simplest of things. Oh, the last number is an 8. Let me move this away. Can you see it now? Betty? Can you see it now? I think you can see it now. All right, good. So, most of you could go through a very mind-boggling period right now. Because I'll explain to you why, guys. We've got Saturn retrograding in your 6th house and 5th house. A lot of you might have tiffs with your children. If you have kids, they might annoy you during this time. Or your partner, you might find annoyance in your partner, or they could be going through a very difficult time right now and they require your help. Your partner could be going through a problem in their career and they require your assistance. Your partner could have lost their job or are thinking of leaving. Your partner could be going through a health issue and they need your assistance. But you are thinking, how am I going to give them my assistance when I'm going through my own kind of problems this month? And the biggest problems that you will face this month, number one, you'll be concerned about your finances. Number two, why you'll be concerned about your finances. Please do not lend anybody money, because they won't, the probability of them returning that to you quickly is very difficult. Mandy, hello and namaste. So sun is lighting up your 4th house and 10th house. This has all got to do with your career and your home. So there is so much of activity happening in your home and your career. Hello Pavesh Gaundan, welcome to the Iowa channel, Ashto in Abu Dhabi. This reminds me of my podcast on Spotify, Iowa. Okay, so there's so much of activity happening in your 4th house of home, family roots, and your 10th house of career. So it's either your partner would have left their job, or you are thinking of leaving your job, or something is happening at home which is taking you away from work, or something has happened at work which is taking you away from home. 4th house and 10th house, if you look at the clock, 10 always looks at 4 and 4 always looks at 10. 4th house is home, family roots, and 10th house is career, honors, prestige, and awards. Guys, this is a general forecast for you. What you need to do, sometimes, especially this month when sun is in your 10th house, aspecting your 4th house, you need to pay enough attention on that area of your life which needs attention, which is your career. Thank you, Natasha. May your pockets always remain full. If you are not happy at work, what are you doing about it? If you're unhappy at home, what are you doing about it? Sometimes it's not advisable to be doing anything. Sometimes not doing anything is good also. Because with sun, moon, and ascendant signs Leo, you always want to do something. And majority of the time when you do something, your intention is not to create a big hoo-ha, but it becomes a big hoo-ha, and then you're sitting with a problem. Now, when you've got so many planets retrograding right now, it's not the time to be creating any hassle. If you've created any hassle with anybody in the last 3 months, you would have noticed that nothing would have got resolved, because you've got so many planets retrograding. But guess what? This is a month where you find relief. Sun, moon, and ascendant signs Leo. This is a month where you find relief, because you've got 2 planets going direct. So that which you have been having a battle with regards to your career and your home, you finally get relief this month. And I'll give you the dates, right? It's anytime after the 18th of October, right? Pluto goes direct on the 13th. I work on the 5-day rule. And Neptune goes direct on the 22nd of October. But Neptune is a very difficult planet to predict, purely because it all depends on where the other planets are in your natal, just like all other planets. But Uranus and Neptune, I find it very difficult, because one is a planet that's of the dreamland, that which is beyond the material. So a lot of you will be coming out of your fears. Some of you have fears. Well, a lot of us have fears. A lot of us do. But a lot of you Leos will be coming out of that which you fear. Some of you will be confronting that by allowing yourself to become more vulnerable. And I'm seeing you doing it. From a financial point, this could be a very decent month as well. I don't see much of anything that can happen negatively in the financial house of yours, your 2nd house of income, because I don't see any activity in the sign of, anything negative in the sign of Virgo. So your 2nd house of earning income, but we must remember we've got Saturn that was retrograding in your 8th house. Sorry, aspecting your 8th house of Aries, but it's currently retrograding in Pisces, which is the 7th house of marriage. So Leo, you could have been going through tests with your partner, but over the last couple of days or weeks, could have got resolved also. Now you can see where it's happening from. So overall, very positive month for you. Something that you've been waiting for. Let's move on to the sign governed by Mercury. Just like the Geminis, Mercury governing Virgo. Mercury is currently direct right now, which is very good for you. You've had so much of activity happening in your first house, aspecting your 7th house, 4th house, 10th house, with a solar eclipse happening in your first house over the last couple of days, a week. The power of that eclipse is still very strong. Sun is currently sitting in your 2nd house of earned income, aspect in the 8th house of transformation. So a lot of you are geared up to making a lot of money this month. A lot of you are geared up. Some of you are expecting some royalty. Some of you are expecting some nice payout in terms of commission. Some of you are expecting some kind of property that you have signed for to come through. A lot of you would have left your jobs last year because your difficult period was August, September 2021, 2022, January, 2022, May, 2022, November, 2023, May, 2023, October, November. You came out of the T-junction. Some of you were looking left and right at the same time in terms of relationships. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But this eclipse would have rocked you up nicely. It would have rocked you up in terms of health and definitely your career. So a lot of you would have left your jobs and started up your own businesses. This could be one of your best months financially. Please do not start anything in the new month, because the new month, your ruling planet goes retrograde, which is November, on November 11th. Sorry, your Mercury goes retrograde on November 9th to November 29th. So the whole of November, from the 5th of November till the 4th of December, is not an ideal time to be launching anything new. So Virgos, whatever it is that you want to start, whatever it is that you want to launch, whatever it is that you want to get off, this is a perfect time for you to do it. If you are currently working for a company and you're not happy with your salary, and because you guys are generally very good at what you do, you're very good at helping somebody else do their job, but you find it very difficult in terms of leading through your own self. You find it very difficult because your mind is more louder than your true self. You think about 100 things before you get anything done. But you're very good in doing somebody else's job, pretty much like a master, perfectionist. So if you feel that your salary hasn't been good enough, if you ask for an increase, you can do it this month. Don't leave it for November. This is a good month for you to apply for many jobs that you would like to apply for, because where the planets are, they favor this. I mean, you've got 2 planets going direct this month. You've got Sun in your 2nd house, aspect in your 8th house of transformation. So a lot of you are transforming, your lives are transforming positively with regards to finances. Also, please watch on the roads, just like any other day. But October is a month where you need to pay careful attention. You need to drive for the person in front of you, left-hand side of you, back of you, and also on the right of you in the center lane. Any type of health scares that you've been going through, I don't see anything much that can really shock you up that will happen this month. From a relationship perspective, there's so many of you that are single and are looking for a partner, just like all signs. But you guys have been trying very hard over the last couple of months and years, especially after 2023. This is a good month for you to put yourself out there if that's what you want. For those of you that are thinking of travel, make sure you do all your travel arrangements, all your paperwork, all this month. Leaving it for after November or leaving it to do in the month of November, very risky. Or if you are traveling in November, please make sure you double check your flight tickets, you double check your wallet is with you, your cards are with you, you back up your information. Most of the time, things will start to break at home. Please don't replace it if you can. Come December, that which has been broken will begin to start working in most cases. Let's move on to the sign governed by Jupiter, Venus. Well, actually Venus. I like to include Jupiter as well. Librans. Sun is currently in your first house, aspect in your 7th house, 4th house, and 10th house. But we've got Saturn retrograding, aspecting your family. So it somehow seems a lot of you would have been going through something in relation to a family member. It could be, well, this is 5th house, child. It could be a child with some kind of legal issue, 6th house, legal or health issue. On the flip side, on a positive note, after November the 27th, most of that which you have been concerned about will come to ease. Now, when Sun is sitting in the first house, aspecting the 7th house, 4th house, and 10th house, which is your Kendra houses, this is a time where you will feel the most strongest. And towards the end of the month, Sun will be sitting in your 2nd house, aspecting your 8th house of transformation. Absolutely wonderful period for your finances. So a lot of you will be expecting some rebate could be from SARS. A lot of you could get early bonuses. A lot of you have come out of difficulty with regards to health issues. So the 7th house and 6th house here, Librans, ever since Saturn went retrograde in your 7th house, right? Even though you guys are not quick to act, you're very calculative. You're not compulsive people. In most cases, most of you are not compulsive people. Unlike the very next sign, which can be very compulsive, which is the Scorpios. Even though you've been going through the relationship drama and trauma, a lot of you would have stayed in that and overcome that ever since Saturn went retrograde. And guess what? That period ends on November the 27th this year. So you've got just now and the whole of November and then finish. So look at all the things that you have went through with a partner, either in business or in relationship. Look at all the development areas on both sides. Write them down. Keep them. Come the end of November, December, look at those things and see how much you've evolved from them. Because I can tell you, most of the time, we walk away from situations compulsively, but you guys are not compulsive. In most cases, you guys are not. So this will be a very easy task for you to do. Signs that are governed by Venus and Jupiter, or Venus alone, like the Taurians, you don't walk away from something easily. Very calculative. A lot of you will be extremely busy this month. It could be one of your most busiest months. It somehow seems that a lot of you would be engaged in assisting some person at work in their project, or definitely a family member or family members. A lot of you will be called upon to do some kind of discussion with regards to work projects, to speak on behalf of somebody, or to help somebody, or just physical support. For those of you that we're going through, issues with your kids, and you're waiting for something legally. You're waiting for some kind of news to come through. Why is this TikTok thing giving me puzzle pieces to match up? Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm back. So let's move on to Sun, Moon, and Ascendant sign Scorpios. Now, Scorpios, some of you would have lost a client in the last 2 months. Some of you would have lost a client, or you would have lost something in relation to your career, but it somehow feels that you would have got that back in your plate, or there's something brewing. This is 10th house and 4th house. Sun is currently in your 12th house. Yeah, I'm lagging. Guys, is it much more clear now? Can you hear me? Is the lagging stopped? Okay, perfect. Let's go. Sun, Moon, and Ascendant sign Scorpios, governed by Pluto. Scorpios, your ruling planet was retrograde for a long time. All right. If we look at Pluto is your ruling planet. When your ruling planet is retrograde, it somehow feels like things take a very long time for it to manifest. You could be waiting for something to happen, and then boom. You might feel that you were almost there, but then you have to wait again. But all that comes to an end, from November, actually, all of that comes to an end from October 13th. So for a lot of you, if you're expecting a job, or if you're waiting on an offer, or if you're waiting on a client to re-sign up with you, or if you have sent a business proposal through, a lot of you could, guys, remember this is a general forecast, right? It's not pertaining to your specific sign. So with regards to your personal sign, in terms of where the sun is placed, it is very important to remember that there was a reason for the delay. Your ruling planet was retrograde. And from the 18th of October, the probability of you gaining some positive news is very, very high. A lot of you also are thinking of moving homes. Some of you have already moved homes. Some of you are thinking of moving homes. Some of you are also thinking about moving away from your family. This is with regards to a career opportunity, or you're just doing it for greener pastures. You just want a better home, a better environment. If you've got kids, you're changing schools. This month here, most probably you could feel that this could potentially be one of your best months from a financial perspective, a relationship perspective, from a perspective of your family at home, and definitely a career perspective. because we've got activity in your Kendra houses. This could potentially be one of your most busiest months this year also, because there is so much of movement. There is so much of movement with regards to the home life. There is so much of movement with regards to the Kriya. I'm seeing a lot of you changing jobs, or you have been unemployed and you're getting a job which could be very far away from your home. Mystic Newburn, thank you very much for your gifting. May your pockets always remain full. Guys, if you are new on this channel, please make sure you're following me. From a health perspective, now guys, listen up, right? We've had so many planets retrograding, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs, Scorpios, headaches, and that area of your body, which is from your lower stomach, going down to your pelvic. A lot of you would have had difficulty in these areas of your life. The head and from your stomach, lower stomach, going down to your pelvic. This is an area you could have been having difficulty over the last couple of months from May. But from October 15th, 16th, 17th, your health starts to improve. Headaches will still be there. It all depends on how you manage your life. I can't say much about that. But I'm talking about that part which is ruled by Scorpio, which is the lower part of your abdomen, which is ruled by Scorpio. That part of your body starts to significant improvement. Also, you guys are also concerned about somebody. Namaste monkeys at the zoo, welcome. You're also concerned about a somebody. It could be a family member, it could be a child, it could be somebody. But there is somebody in the family that has taken on either new responsibility or is going to take on new responsibility, or there's something happening in either your sibling's life or a child's life where their life changes and now your life changes. It impacts you. I can't say whether this is a positive or negative, but in most cases, definitely a positive thing. This is definitely like a celebration by some chance, a celebration or something. Ishan saying namaste, some kind of celebration. So in most cases, definitely something positive. I don't see anybody celebrating trauma. So this is definitely a positive thing. And like I said earlier on, financially, this could be one of your best months because I'm seeing a client coming back. I'm seeing a proposal getting signed in most cases. Remember, guys, this is a general forecast. I'm not looking at your natal chart. So if this resonates with you, very, very good. Now I'm going to move on to the sign governed by Jupiter, Mars. I like to include Mars in it. Sagittarians. Now, guys, 2014 to 2019. You know that period you went through, right? That was your learning period. Every day is a learning period, but that was your karmic period, where you could have went through the most difficult periods at that period of your life, the most lessons at that time. But if I look at where the planets are now and where they have been, and the energies that they have given off in the past to where they are now versus where they're gonna go in the future, which is October, what energy is coming through in October for you? Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs, Sagittarians. Even with you guys, I'm seeing this is a very positive period. Some of you are asked to practice patience. Some of you are asked to wait a little longer. And some of you are thinking, how much more longer? I've been waiting for such a long time. When is that breakthrough going to come through? That breakthrough comes through when Saturn leaves. Actually doesn't leave, but ends its retrograde in Pisces and continue on its forward motion. Because remember, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, 4th house aspecting the 10th house. So your Kriya and love life would have taken a huge knock in the last couple of months. Something related to your Kriya and your love life. And a lot of you would have been with a Gemini or a relationship with the Gemini in the workspace. You are coming out of this, and I'll give you the date. On November 27th, you'll be out of this. Just 1.5 months more of karmic entanglement. Either way, you're coming out of it. It's your duty to either evolve from that or dissolve in its trauma. Fundamentally, the best thing to do is obviously evolve from it. So you need to start applying the lessons that you have learned in the last couple of months and years. And one of the lessons is how to manage money, how to be responsible with money. So in terms of management of money, this is one of the biggest development areas and sticking to a relationship and commitment. In terms of commitment, some of you would have went through rehab, hospital in the last couple of months. Some of you are sitting in some kind of confinement, either physically or mentally. You feel stuck. Well, there's no stuck. You always have choices, but you just feel stuck. Once again, from the 18th of October, I'm starting to see a shift positively for you. A lot of you are thinking about commitment. When you do think about commitment and you're on the verge of commitment, then you back off. All of that will change from 18th of October. Guys, can you hear me properly? Guys, due to time constraints, I cannot repeat the signs. I wish I could, but I need to be logging off at 12:30. Thank you, Lebo. Thank you, Pravishka. Natasha, Shireen, MTN, Manizo, thank you so much. Let's go forward. So, Sun, Moon, Ascendant sign Sagittarians. Every sign has a certain element of them that's more than the other. Some signs have more of the masculine energy, more of the air energy, more of the fire energy. With you guys, commitment, as I said, commitment and learning responsibility is something that works hand in hand. And ideally, this is something that you should have mastered by now. Especially if you are over 36 years of age. If you are over 36 years of age, you would have completed your Siddhi Sati or your Saturn return. In most cases, you would have completed your Saturn return. You are sitting in your Navamsa period. You ideally should have learned this now. Because if you didn't, then life won't be very easy for you after November 27th. Because Saturn goes direct. From a health perspective, it's basically conflict that you have within happening in your own mind and with your own self. Some of you have gone so strong that you know when to cut to the chase and not entertain anything. Some of you have learned it's very difficult for you to walk away from people. Sagittarians find it very difficult to walk away from relationships and friendships. You can hold on to somebody, you can hold on to a car, you can hold on to something so long. You can keep the same car for the next 20 years too. Now you've learned how to let go of something that hasn't been serving you well. I'm going to move on. Overall, October, I also think October is one of your best months. But do remember, guys, that this is a general report in terms of the planets where they are. It's not directly in relation to your natal chart. It all depends on your karma. As you have put in, the return of it is coming. You need to look at that. Let's move on to the sign governed by Saturn. Your ruling planet is retrograde. It's a pleasure. Now, Capricorns, you have went through the most difficult period financially from 2020 to 2023 March. And just when you realize that things would have gotten better for you, then boom, there's a delay. But guess what? Your ruling planet goes direct on the 27th of November. And where is the retrograde happening? In the sign of Aries and Pisces. Third house of communication, travel. Fourth house of home, family, roots, and career. So since July 13th till now, a lot of you are waiting for some deal to happen in your business. Hasn't happened. A lot of you are waiting for that opportunity for a promotion. It hasn't happened, but you were promised it. A lot of you are waiting for that opportunity to come through in terms of you've applied for relocation, to relocate. It hasn't come through, but they told you it's going to happen. There was a delay there. A lot of you were traveling. You had to cancel your travel arrangements. Now, obviously, with you guys, a lot of you will be misunderstood. You would have been misunderstood during the last couple of months. Oh, nobody understand that I'm having career difficulty. I can't make these decisions now. Nobody's understanding that my finances are not right now. I can't make these decisions now. You want to leave me because I'm not giving you any direction in the relationship. But I'm worried about something. Guys, I will be doing Aquarius next. I'm on Capricorn. Thank you, Christine. May your pockets always remain full. So guys, this is it. Alright? Your breakthrough moment is coming through at the month of November. But even though it's coming in the month of November, it's starting to settle down in the month of October. Shnai Indrajit, may your pockets always remain full. Some of you are wanting to celebrate something, but you're waiting for it to come through. Then you will celebrate. And this is in direct relation to some agreement with regards to a proposal that you're waiting to come through that holds a hefty amount, or a job opportunity which you've never had before. Are you going to get it? Guys, it's nice to obviously book a full reading with me if this resonates with you. I can't tell you whether it's going to come through or not, because remember, your ruling planet is still retrograde in the month of October. Right? And Pluto is still retrograding in your second house of earned income. So even here, a lot of you would have, this is the same with Capricorns and Aquarians. If you've been owing any SARS, any money, you would have realized you need to make some payment. Some of you who's in business now, you're reminded that you need to pay another. If you do that kind of business, then you maybe need to palm somebody else. There's an additional person that has come about that you need to obviously outlay some money for. A Pluto retrograde works like that, guys. All of a sudden, there's an extra mouth to feed. There's an extra, I won't say burden, but a new responsibility. Something that you are trying to avoid before that has come up now. This would have happened from May 4th. This will continue to happen October 13th. After that, you'll be quite settled. From a health perspective, a lot of you are trying to give up on some kind of a habit that you have. Just like everybody's trying to give up on a habit. But you will have more emphasis on this year. It could be either an addiction to painkillers, sleeping medication, stress relievers, smoking, vaping, some kind of thing, some addiction that you were trying to walk away from. Most chances are you'll overcome this. So from a health perspective, quite a decent month. A lot of you will feel more older, just like everybody, they always feel a bit more older, but a lot of you will feel more older, but definitely more wiser after Pluto goes direct. All right? Now let's move on to the sign governed by Saturn as well, Aquarian, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs, Aquarians. You've had Pluto in your sign for the very first time in your life. The last time Pluto was in your sign was 250 odd years ago. You've got Saturn retrograding in your second and third house. For those of you who made travel arrangements from July 13th till September, you would have had lots of back and forth movement. If you've booked any travel arrangements from the 13th of July till September 1st, you would have had a lot of back and forth movement because Saturn was retrograding in your third house, aspecting the ninth house. A lot of you would have had your siblings reaching out to you for help. A lot of you would have went through the most difficult challenges with regards to communication and travel. But after September 1st, Saturn started retrograding in your fourth house of home, family, and roots. And third house of travel and finances, also the fourth house of home, family, roots. So this is with regards to money, guys. Who owes you money? Nobody wants to pay you. People are taking long to pay you. That's the way it's now. It's now from September 1st till November next year. From September 1st till November 27th. Money could take very long to come through if somebody owe you money. Your invoices won't be paid from September 1st to November 27th. There's just 1.5 more months for this. It's very difficult for people to pay you what they owe you. Your promotion taking long to come through. Your bonus taking long to come through. Teaching you a lot of patience. Pluto retrograding in your sign. Patience again. Introspective, retrospective. A lot of you are going through a spiritual awakening. You've been going through this from December 17, 2017. A lot of you would have went through court, hospital, divorce, relationship trauma from December 17th right up till March 2023. This spiritual awakening would have allowed you to become more aware of yourself, how the mind is behaving. A lot of you would have tried to master the art of controlling the mind, which is very good. You will go through this over the next 18 years with Pluto in your sign. This is a spiritual awakening for all Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Aquarians. The planet of Pluto helps you with this year. Vivekanathan, thank you very much. May your pockets always remain full. From a health perspective, obviously, second house aspects 8th house. Some of you would have ended up in an accident. You'd have either fell, hurt your leg, broke your leg, hurt your knee. Some of you would have broken your elbow, hurt your elbow. Some of you are going through the biggest challenges with regards to your limbs. All of that starts to, there's some relief happening after the 27th of November. From a career perspective, after the 27th of November, I'm seeing positivity. From a relationship perspective, you were asked to become a mature man or a woman because of certain events that would have transpired in the relationship. It would have been either make or break. And majority of you have decided to work on yourself, which is very good. Oh, you got Pluto here. So no longer you will think I need to run away from each thing, I need to run away from this, I need to run away from that. You're actually facing that which you are asked to face and evolve from. So overall, October, Sun in your 9th house of travel. A lot of you will be traveling in the month of October. 9th house of travel. A lot of you are starting to learn something new. A lot of you have signed up to enroll in some kind of cause. 9th house, long distance travel, guys. Some of you are going on pilgrimages. Some of you are going international, abroad. A lot of you are thinking of it. I'm seeing this happening. In fact, this is a year where Aquarians would have traveled the most. Aquarians, Taurians, and definitely Geminis. A lot of Scorpios want to travel. That will happen next year. Okay, so with Aquarians, how is this month for you health-wise? As I said, I'm seeing a positive shift for you after the 27th of November. So I don't think you should be trying anything risky right now. The probability of something going south is very high. But remember, this is just a general report for you guys. I'm going to move on to the sign governed by Neptune, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant signs Pisceans. And Pisceans, a lot of you, you must be thinking, I'm so sick and tired. How long will the Saturn return take to end? I've been going through this thing, my health, my marriage, either or, trauma, or both, finish and clear. Lagging, isolation, depression, anxiety, sleepless nights. Somebody walked away from you. You had to walk away from somebody. You ended up going to the hospital. Things that you never thought would have been highlighted in your body. Now you have to pay attention to it. When will all this change for the better? Once again, Saturn moves direct in the sign of Pisces on the 27th of November, gradually moving out of Pisces into Aries, which is your second sign of earned income. So Pisceans, I highly suggest that you don't spend on things that you do not need. Spend your money on things that you actually need. Because when Saturn enters your second house of earned income, I'm telling you, you will go through the lessons of how to manage your finances, and you don't want Saturn to teach that to you. You want to apply your own wisdom. Do it yourself, learn yourself. It's a pleasure, Arvind Singh. God bless you, Baya. You don't need a planet to teach you anything, guys, especially Saturn. But because we become so entangled with our karmic entanglements, which is known as habits, that we tend to forget because of conditioning. We've got this to do, that to do, that at some point we're going to have to face it. And when a Saturn hits you, then Saturn will deliver that what you need to evolve from. But it's not easy. It's very painful. So Pisceans, I don't suggest that you make any hefty purchases on things that you don't need for the next 2 years. I'm sorry for your loss, Kashmila. I can't tell you whether you'll be okay or not. It all depends on your state of consciousness and your awareness on what death is. I can tell you so much on what death is, but it may be taken the wrong way. But you'll be okay. You will live. You got to focus on all the happy times, happy moments. And if you stimulate your pineal gland, you'll be able to not hear with your ears, but you'll be able to hear with your pineal gland exactly what's happening. But I won't go much more deeper into this, right? Please watch my videos on about death. I've made videos on this here on my YouTube. It's on YouTube as well. It's on my TikTok channel. I think it's on video. If you scroll, it's right down, maybe 300 videos, 400 videos ago. I think it's there. I think I was wearing a black shirt on that, if I'm correct. So with regards to your career, Pisceans, a lot of you want to walk away from your career and start something on your own. A lot of you want to go into investments, online trading. A lot of you want to invest in something on e-commerce, online, something over the air. Just like the Aquarians, over the air. Good for you. Is it good for you? Well, I'm not one for a game of chance, so I'll never advise you to do something with regards to online trading. But if you feel you need to do that, if you feel you mastered the art of it, then good for you. But based on where Saturn is going to be in your chart, I wouldn't suggest you do it. I highly suggest that you guys pay a lot of attention to your health. You're going to want this body 10 years from now. Do the thing that will keep your body fit and healthy. Eat the right food. Nobody is going to look after your body for you. And nobody is going to give you their body. So put your body first. Look after it. You don't want a planet to teach you that by taking you to the hospital and then you realize it. A lot of people are scared of Saturn. They hate Saturn. But Saturn doesn't do you anything. If you drink grapefruit, you're going to go to the hospital. You're going to get sick. With regards to relationships with Pisceans, look, you know what you have been going through for the last 2.5 years. Some of you have ended up with the most tragic heartbreaks. Some of you are still nursing that. Some of you are suffering a heartbreak while you're married. Some of you are suffering a heartbreak while you're with somebody. Guys, I'm going to do it like this. If you are Pisces and Aries, please book a reading with me on 07633101118. I do not like to give anything negative. I like to be positive. But with Saturn's placement, you know you're going through the Saturn return period, 12th house, first house, second house activity. So Aries, Pisces, Aries, and also Taurians, right? Definitely. I'm not going to go any further with Pisces. Now, guys, I want to thank you for joining the session. If you are not following me, please make sure you're following me. When I go live, you will get a notification. It's very difficult to send a link to so many people that I have. I have like over 1,000 clients, way more than that. I cannot send a link out to you. When I go live, you will get a notification. Yes, I will put a video of when I'm going live out, but please follow me. You will get a notification, right? Manita, thank you so much. Nirmalan, thank you so much for operationally managing my channel. I appreciate you guys. And to everybody that have joined in, I appreciate your patience, for you taking in that which I've shared. Remember, this is a general forecast of the energies that are about to come through. They are not set in stone for you because it's not your personal chart. If you feel that you require a one-on-one session, you can always reach out to me on my number, which is here. Thank you for all your positive comments. Thank you for all the positive feedback on my WhatsApp and all the recommendations. Guys, I do not post any reviews on my TikTok channel because it will look very untidy. If you're on my WhatsApp, you'll always find this on my status, or if you're on my other socials, you'll always find it there. There's thousands of it. But I thank you. I bow down to the Creator in every one of you. Look after yourselves and all the best for the month of October. Jai Shri Ram, Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Bol, and goodbye. Thank you very much, Amanta. Goodbye all.